ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another DC Multiverse action figure review on the McFarlaneToys Cassandra, Cain, Batgirl, who I am not familiar with at all. I don't know who this character is, but I see a pretty cool looking figure in that packaging, and I want to open up this gold label figure very soon. So anyway, it says Batgirl, Cassandra, Cain, Batgirls, okay, from storyline I haven't read yet. Nice artwork right over there on the back, and then it says Batgirl, Cassandra, Cain. On the side, not much at the top or bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And if you're trying to get your DC Multiverse figures, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the new Batgirl figure out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this thing is pretty sweet. I really do like having posable cloth capes. It's just kicking up the fun factor with this for sure. As you can see right here, having this cape span splayed out over here just looks awesome, and it's very fun to play with. And the rest of the figure is very cool as well. Not a whole ton of accessories. My biggest gripes with the figure are the accessories. So let's get into that first, and then we'll get a closer look at the figure. So we don't get a stand with the figure, which would have been nice, and I guess these are adequate. I would have liked interchangeable hands as well, but hey, at least she has some weapons over here, which are not even really my favorite. We have the thick hockey puck of a batarang right here. At least it's painted in gold, and it is tricky to get her to hold this. You know, you can definitely make it happen, but it's just not, you know, the easiest fit, but hey, it works, right? And then we have this grapple gun that we've seen before. I do like the painted silver right here, so that is pretty cool. You have your standard issue stand, and you have your standard issue card right over here. Nice artwork, and there's a read up over here on the back. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. So while I am not familiar with this Batgirl, she's the fourth Batgirl based off of what I read on the back of the card. I do think this looks very cool. I like the stitching right over here on the cowl, or on the mask anyway, and you have some nice looking bat ears right over there. And the body mold looks really good, even though there's not a whole lot of paint on it. There's some nice details over here. I really like this gold and gray right there for the Bat logo. I love how the logo is actually sculpted on over it and everything. And we have this magnificent cloth cape, which we'll look at in just a moment. I just want to look at this body mold for a minute. And I do like that it kind of changes between a little bit of a glossy black, and you have some matte black sections. Kind of a dull gold color right here, almost a beige. So I would have liked that to have been as shiny as the gold that we're seeing right over here. I would like to see McFarlaneToys get into pinless joints. The back sculpt looks pretty good over there. All of the back sculpt looks pretty good on the figure, to be honest with you. And I really like the legs. I know some people don't like the extra long legs. It doesn't always work for me, but I like it on the female figures. I like long legs on the female figures. It looks good to me, you know. But we also have a lot of nice little details in the sculpt right over here. They're the same as these Batgirl legs and these Batgirl arms right over here, along with the belt. So a lot of reuse from this Batgirl. Of course, the logo is different, but yeah, you can see we have the same boots and everything, and yeah, it's just all in black or matted black and glossy black on this figure, but still looks really good. I do like it. Oh, I just noticed we get ears at the bottom of the boot. So only because of my experience with the Batman Hush figure from Mafex, I feel a little wary about moving the cape around, but neither with the first appearance Batman or this Batgirl figure I've had a problem with the wired cape. I really do like it a lot. I like how I could collapse it all the way in over here, and you can see that we get a very nice wingspan, and the wire goes all the way through up until just about before the very tip. So you're going to have this little floppy piece at the end of each side, but it's not that big of a deal to me. I do like it. I think this is a very cool cloth cape. Say that 5 times fast. Sometimes I wish we had some in the middle right over here. I'm able to kind of fold that little middle piece right over a couple of those wires to make it look better. And the articulation on the figure is what you'd expect from a McFarlaneToys figure. So you have the butterfly joints, the head turns side to side, pivots, looks up and down, rotates all the way right here, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which are great. The diaphragm joint works out well, great pivoting forward and back. You have a little bit of not much of a waist swivel, but it does shift around a little bit. You can pivot right there at the waist, so with both joints, she will crunch forward a bit. bit and back more so. Then the hips move outward where she can do the splits. She can kick forward that much, back quite a bit. A little bit of shifting over here up at the hips. And then, of course, the double jointed knees. And then the ankles turn side to side, hinge up and down, ankle pivot, and toe articulation. To measure out the height of this Batgirl, you can see she is standing at about 7 inches tall, a bit under 7 inches anyway. Batgirl comparison, you can see we have 3 Barbara Gordons right over here. You can see the reused parts over there. I've had this one on the shelf, but I'm thinking maybe I should have this one up instead, or maybe that one. I don't know if I like those yellow feet. Which one is your favorite out of these 4? And by the way, this one's got a much smaller batarang than our Cassandra Cain Batgirl figure. I mean, you could just fits in her hand super easy like that. So yeah, it's much better batarang. I wish we had this one instead. To compare this Batgirl next to another wired caped Crusader, we have the first appearance Batman Platinum Edition version, and I love that McFarlaneToys is utilizing these wired capes, and I like the height difference between these two. We don't always get figures scaling properly, but yeah, these scale well. And then here's our Cassandra Cain Batgirl, next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, nice looking cape you got there. Ooh, mind if I touch? Huh? Can I give it a little touch? Ow! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A whole bunch more videos coming your way. And I did enjoy this figure. There isn't a whole ton of new going on with it. I do understand that. But it was a lot of fun to play with. It's the first figure with this body mold, or the reused parts over here, with a cloth cape. And it's a lot of fun to work with. I gotta tell you, man, the cloth cape thing is a game changer. And I'm super happy to see McFarlaneToys do it. I have minor gripes, you know, the color of the belt. I guess like it looks like there's holes in the cape, maybe just a little bit, but it's nothing that really ruins it for me. I think it's kind of a large cape, but it makes it a little bit extra fun. So maybe if it was a little bit smaller, it would kind of fit with the rest of the figure a little better, but I'm kind of reaching here, man, and I am not terribly familiar with the source material, you know what I mean? So as far as the way this figure looks with the images that I've seen, it looks pretty accurate. I do think that the accessories could be a little different, you know. I want a smaller batarang. So I have my gripes with the figure, but to be honest with you, I think it's a very cool piece. I don't know if I would pick it up right away. This was a review sample. Big thanks again to McFarlaneToys for making this happen. You know, so if I saw it on the shelf, just due to me not being familiar with the character, I'm not sure I would grab it, but it is a fun piece, and if you are familiar with the character, I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And regardless, at the price point of around 20 to 25 bucks, I'm going to give this Cassandra Cain Batgirl figure a Sud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below. And if you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at ToyNewsEye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face,